It said in Treta Yuga there was meditation. In the Satya Yuga there was meditation. Treta Yuga there was sacrificial fire. In the Dwapara Yuga there was worship in the temple. Satya Yuga means the golden age, which was millions of years ago. After that came the silver age, then the bronze age. Now we are in the iron age of Kali. In the iron age of Kali, the other systems, they don't work. Doesn't mean that they're not bona fide systems. Just like if you go to the drugstore and ask the druggist, please give me some medicine. Please give me a drug. What drug do you want? Give me a good drug. No, all my drugs are good. No, I want a drug. Some medicine. What's wrong with you, kid? So never mind, I just want something to take. Medicine. He'll just throw the guy out on his ear. A nut. And this way people are giving yoga. What yoga was practiced a million years ago, sitting down and meditating, that thing, now you practice yoga. And for 15 minutes someone will practice meditation and think that now I'm become a great yogi. Or some will read some books or practice Jnana Marga. This is simply enticing them. Those who actually, if you read Bhagavad Gita, will practice system meditation, they have to go in the forest, sit wearing some bark from a tree, on a deerskin, facing to the north, and some kusa grass, eating some dry leaves and fallen fruit from the forest, and sitting down meditating all day, just getting up to take a bath, again sitting down, until finally one by pranayama he stops all eating, all sleeping, and simply absorbed meditation. It's very easy to do it. Previously, any yogi could do it after 100 years or two. They would. Even there are some that after 12 years, it is said that they were able to get a little success. But generally speaking, it takes about 100, 200, or 1,000, even up to 60,000 years it has taken some. And nowadays, even the great Hatha yogis, they can't sit still for more than a few hours, or a few days, what to speak of year, day after day, month after month, year after year. And even who gets the ultimate ability to control his eating and sleeping, there's still no guarantee he reaches Krishna. Where is the time? In the previous ages, one didn't have to eat. He could maintain just by breathing. The air was so healthy. Now if you breathe, you die. If you fly over the big cities and the land, all you see is this yellow haze of smog. So in this very terrible age of iron, it is recommended one should simply chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam Kalo Vanasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gotyam Yatha. The holy name Hare Krishna, the holy name Hare Krishna, the holy name Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Namaiva Kevalam is the only way. Kevalam. Kevalam means the only alternate way. Nastaiva, 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 Gotiram Yatha. Anyatha means other way. Nastaiva means no other alternative in this age of Kali. Kali-yuga means age of Kali. So we're not saying that other processes aren't bona fide. They may be bona fide medicine. But if I've got a bellyache and I take some skin ointment for a ringworm, it's not going to solve the problem. The people who are giving medicine, which is for an altogether different time, a different disease, naturally it's going to have little or no effect. A friend of mine, he was a professional faith healer setup man. Whenever the faith healers would have their big meetings, he would be paid $20 to walk up the front and pull off his hearing aid. In this way he made his living. Some days he would take off his hearing aid, some days he'd throw his crutches. It's a big business. So all different kinds of people are trying to get the followers. Even they may be a little sincere. Even someone may sincerely be selling, ringworm ointment to cure bellyache. But the guy is not going to cure anybody's stomach. Even someone may sincerely believe that yes, doing meditation in the forest or doing meditation is the best thing. But ultimately, Kali-yuga, we have such an intense desire for enjoyment that it doesn't replace that desire. The desire stays there. We have to taste nectar right away. Prabhupada gave a nice explanation that when you have a big feast, all the kids, they all want to have the dessert first. They can't wait till, the main courses. They want to take first of all the dessert. The Kali-yuga is like that. First of all, yena tena prakarena, by any means you get them to taste the nectar of Krishna. After they've tasted the nectar of Krishna, then gradually you introduce following rules and regulations, so that they can maintain that taste. So Lord Chaitanya first, He gives the nectar. He gives the nectar flood. And then automatically, people, they lose their desire for material taste. The other system, so much difficult practices. If one doesn't ultimately lose his taste for material enjoyment, there's no progress in yoga. Yoga means to get a higher taste. So this Krishna conscious movement gives immediately the highest taste. So that's what the devotees, they're taking the mood of Lord Chaitanya. He wants to give this mercy out. He wants to distribute the nectar. Therefore, the devotees, they take all kinds of difficulties to go out, to deliver the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and to engage Lakshmi in Narayan's service. Thank you very much.